Welcome to I'm Powered by Love TV. This is your Soulmate SOULSCOPE for December 1st to the 15th. And this is for Virgo Decan 2. Birthdays from September the 3rd through September the 12th with Josh. Roll 7, scene 29, take 1, action.
Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in my Virgo Decan 2 friends here and all my new Virgo Decan 2 friends. Welcome to I'm Powered by Love TV. We're going to be doing our SOULSCOPE Soulmates, as she just stated. These are Akashic Record channel readings here. I'm bringing energies from the 1st to the 15th. And what an Akashic Record reading is dealing with your soul books, your soul's higher self, loved ones, ancestors, crossover loved ones, and guides, masters, anyone along your soul's journey, as well as yours, as it is one. So we bring these messages here for you to help you grow, as well as understand kind of what's going on and hear straightforward. We're also going to be doing a 2020 year-end review, because we are also doing a 2021 predictions here on the 15th. So make sure you hit the subscribe bell so that way you get those when we put those out here, and you can receive all that information when we bring it down here, so you know what's going to be ahead and what you can do. We're going to get started with our Virgo 2's year here. So your year was, they told me, topsy-turvy. And if any of you know what that is, you were kind of in a big pendulum swing. You had its ups, you had its downs, you had time for yourself, which you enjoyed. You had time to grow. You had time to develop passions. They're saying you had some fun doing that. You had some emotional standpoints of just missing social interaction. It was one thing that you kind of were really missing out on this year. A lot of things for you were tough because of that fact. It slipped us into a little dark spot, which caused some ripples in energy, some old emotional wounds here in abandonment. But all in all, we are looking for ways to rebalance this pendulum swing right now in these energies. We're also looking in ways to balance our love life, because it's been following the same swing, because our love for ourselves follows the same swing. And so, as you can see, when things are aligned like that, everything's going to balance like that. Our internal dialogues reflect our external dialogues. So, at this time, they want you to develop a balance for the love of self, understanding things that you need, understanding things that you need to heal for, things that you need to heal from, old wounds, holding on to a disbelief that we can obtain love, holding on a disbelief in ourselves that we can be loved. Sometimes we feel like, it's too hard, and we either say it's too hard for them to love us, and we say I'm hard to love, I'm hard to get along with sometimes. And, that's just a belief and a justification because of people that have been with you have said so, and so you started to believe it. And they want you to rid this at this time. We're going to start pulling from our Oracle deck, Love Tarot Oracle. One of the three. Because this is a time to allow love for the self to permeate, developing these passions and these hobbies, and they want you to also know that the people around you are safe. So if you're in a relationship, the loved one you have is just going to be along for the ride for your journey. And express this to them. You don't communicate very often the things that you necessarily need. If you haven't expressed or dove deep into just your love language and how you deserve, it is tough to find out, because we have to believe first, and we have to set the proper intentions. They're saying at this time is the best time to do it, These energies that we put our intentions in forward, and we're here and you want growth, I'm here and you want love, not just with someone else, but also with yourself, because you want to be content and be able to have a peace of mind throughout your day without having to have other things affect you so emotionally. You're saying, and you're wondering, how can I do that? How do I get around that? How do I get around this barrier? How do I fix this? Because I hate diving. I hate going on this low end and feeling stagnant, and then everything blocks, and I'm there for a few weeks, and then I finally get out of it, and I get moving, and then I'm there for another month or two, and then it just kind of builds and builds, and you're like, oh, when was this gonna end? And this has been going on for so long that you were just starting to accept. This is the way it is. This is the way it is. And then you stumbled upon some things that started to break you out. So, this is what you were looking for. Control. Control of the mind. Control of what's going on, and how you're seeing things. And we're having challenging times at this time with getting this in the mind, this control, this understanding of the self and the way the ego works with ourselves. And it's going to be tough. So this is challenging times that you've gone through. This is also challenging times that you're going to go through, because you're going to have to battle. But you have to start here by moving on. You have to begin by moving on from the things that no longer fit you at this time, no longer resonate with you, no longer hold you in the path of your soul's journey, as well as love for the self. And daydreams and decisions. This is going to those fairy tales that we see and actual decisions in life that need to be made. Because we tend to try and create something that's not there, and we falter off, and it tricks us into having a sense of maybe one day, maybe one day, maybe one day, maybe one day. When you finally decide, it gives you this sense of control. See what I'm saying? You decide, you had an intention, solid intention, you decided to make this, you followed through with it, you stayed headstrong, and boom, you got it. It's that simple. Is it that simple though? It seems like you're having a bit of trouble doing so, just as what we've been going through. So, once we decide to move on and move forward, stepping into our soul's power here. So we're going to pull from our sacred power deck. Just let you know what's going to be at these energies at this time. So this is what we're going to be needing to do right now. Now. I just want you to sit with that for a while, so I've just been shuffling the cards. Okay. Purification of these old challenging times and these daydreams that we haven't decided to put to light. Just us dreaming of things and never having a solid, clear intention in deciding. So we have to decide to work through, decide to heal, decide to make these changes, decide to go ahead first and move on. And when we do so, we'll start seeing clarity. We'll begin working and healing through things, and we'll fall into, like this card here, the crystal self. Being able to hear, being able to see, being able to listen to ourselves and our soul selves is coming from a cleared state instead of having these back and forth conversations, thus making you lose control. So, do reach out to us here at I Am Powered by Love. This was resonate with you for a deeper reading, to get more clarity on the self. Personally, I do want to thank you guys here for tuning in, my Virgo Decan 2 friends. We are going to be doing our 2021 predictions, so make sure you stay tuned and hit that bell, subscribe. And also, I do want to let you know about our self-love club. That is something that we do run, one of our transformational coachings. Go ahead and check that out here on our website. Again, my name is Josh, sending you love and light, and I'm signing out.